Good morning, and thank you for joining us on After GMS. It is Monday, June 20th. I'm Tracy McCain here with Ed Matthews and Megan Malaris.
And it is a beautiful day, if you can't tell by the Carolina blue skies here on our sky camera. We had a wonderful weather weekend for Father's Day, and going to continue the low humidity this week.
Yeah, it'll gradually come back, but certainly more of it today. We're starting out this morning as we take a look at our low temperatures, observed low temperatures across the area. Some regions, just like yesterday morning, going down into the 40s. Martinsville, the low 47, 48, the low in Siler City, Reedsville down to 49. 53 the low in Winston-Salem, 58 in Greensboro, 54 over at Burlington, 53 the temperature for the low in Asheboro, and 51 in Lexington. Over at Wilkesboro, went down to a pleasantly cool 48, and 51 the low this morning over in Mount Airy. Now, looking over the city of Burlington, some mid and high level clouds scattered about. Unlike our bright sunny weekend, we are going to see at least some clouds over the next several days, but no worries about any rain or anything like that. As we take a look at our computer model and show you beginning at 12 noon today, we've got this big dome of hot high pressure out over the Plain States. We're on the eastern periphery of that, and what we have for today and really for much of the week is just a bunch of little upper level disturbances that will be tracking down out of Pennsylvania and West Virginia into Virginia and the Carolinas, and each one of those will bring some scattered clouds around. Don't expect any rain. The atmosphere is still too dry to support even any afternoon thunderstorms, but I think by about Thursday we will see at least a small chance of a few pop-up showers and storms, and we'll carry that low chance right on through the upcoming weekend. Now, the heat and humidity will build back a bit, but the core of the real nasty hot stuff is going to be out over the Midwest and the Plain States. High pressure really not moving a whole lot. If anything, it'll back up to the west, and although some of its influence will be felt by Wednesday, when we'll see a high up about 93, 94. Again, the hottest temperatures and record-breaking heat is going to continue out over the nation's heartland. Now, we'll be hot enough, upper 80s to around 90. Again, the hottest day coming up on Wednesday. Today we'll be up around 82, mixed sun and clouds, very nice. And then tomorrow, the first day of summer. We'll be up around 88, 93, 94 on Wednesday. Tiny afternoon storm chance on Wednesday. We'll nudge that up just a little bit to a 30% chance for Thursday, Friday, and for the weekend. But, you know, we can handle upper 80s, no problems there. So we definitely at this point do not see a prolonged period of excessive heat like we did last week. We can handle just one day when it's going to be into the low and mid 90s. That's about all I can handle, is about one 90-degree day, but we've got more to come through the summer.
Which starts tomorrow.
Yeah, first day of summer. All right.
And it's not even going to be the hottest day, which is, you know, a good sign, hopefully, for things to come. All right, so at some point, of course, you've had a really long to-do list, and you had to tackle it. Sometimes, even with a new strategy, it can be overwhelming.
Today is World Productivity Day. How's that for a Monday motivation?
Love it.
We're asking you, how do you stay productive and get things done? Do you use a list and reward system? Do you use reminders on your phone? While you drop your answers, let's talk about a few tips to keep in mind if you feel overwhelmed by a to-do list. Forbes.com suggests working on the hardest tasks first, getting those out of the way. Experts say it can make you feel accomplished if you get those things done, and that can help you take on the rest of your list.
You want to prioritize things, decide what is important at that time, and figure out, you know, can I hold off on this or can I not? Some things can wait, believe it or not. And also start saying no. If you are stretched thin, practice knowing your limits and plan accordingly. Saying no is a great place to start.
No is a complete sentence, as we talked about on the show. It is easier said than done, but you really don't need to provide somebody with an excuse. No means no, and you know, if there's a reason you're saying it, and if you're a proven employee, if you're a proven whatever you're doing, you know, that should be taken seriously.
Yeah, I do say no, but I do provide an excuse
Yeah.
because usually, I mean, it is legitimate. I really do
Right.
have something else happening on that day, or I really am, you know, too overwhelmed to take on another project at this time.
Right.
I don't like just saying no because I'm not like.
Right.
But I do.
I don't
want
either,
to,
but
yeah, exactly. But I do agree with you. It is harder to do than it is to say. But I genuinely have very limited time to get things done. So I have to prioritize. And you know, if it's not my family first, then you know everything after that may not be as important.
Yeah, totally understand that. I do not know how to say no. I say yes all the time.
Yeah,
and then I
I
was
get
like,
it.
what have I done? You know, saying yes to so many different things that maybe people want me to do or things that I need to do. But and I don't know, I guess I just got this from my parents, but we go all the way back to probably grade school, but I remember my college years when I ever had a paper to write or a project that I had to work on for one of my classes, I was always like, okay, I'm gonna get it done now. And I don't have to worry about it down the road because Ed doesn't like a big cloud over his head,
Right.
you know, of like, oh my goodness, I gotta do this. And I'm definitely not a procrastinator or anything like that. So I'd rather have the sun over my head than a cloud. So I like to just go ahead and get projects done, and then I can brag to people, Ed, did you do that project for class? Oh yeah, I did that about 5 days ago. Have you done it yet? No. Well, you gotta learn from me.
Like, do as I say.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree. I'm with you, Ed. Type A personality, like to get things done. If I know I have to do something big, I cannot focus on anything else until, or I cannot relax until
Right.
I check that off my list. You know, that said, now with young children in the picture, it's easier for things to kind of get pushed back because they take priority. But still, you know, I'm of the mindset, like if I make a list and there are things I need to do, I just got to get them done.
Yeah.
So then I can move on with my day.
Yeah, I'm a checklist type of person as well. I love to cross things off my ledger, let's say, just to make sure, you know, yes, I've done it, I've completed it, I feel good about it, moving on.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to do. I'm unfortunately having some difficulty with the feed. I can't see comments.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was having that issue too. I had to log on to my personal account to see the comments coming in. So I'm not going to comment from the personal page, but I can at least see
same
what some
here.
of you are
Okay.
saying. So it must be a Facebook glitch type of situation.
Okay,
Denise
good. That
says,
makes me feel better.
Yeah, no, it's not just you. I can see replies to you all though. So if we type something, send a reply,
I
and then
can't
maybe
even
we can
see
see
that.
it. Really? Okay, so I'll read just a couple of ones that I'm seeing here. Denise said she makes a list as she gets things done and then checks them off. Bobby said he, like Ed, needs to learn how to say no more often. And so Rhonda's also having trouble seeing comments on her laptop, but she can on her phone. So I guess this is a Facebook thing, but we can see that you are tuning into our conversation. So we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we're on your checklist today as far as things to do and stay productive.
And all it does is it means that we now have to move to YouTube and do it that way. Because, you know, we have to be reliable here, Facebook. I know you're listening because you listen to everything.
Mark Zuckerberg, did you hear that?
Yeah. Pay
Comments aren't
attention,
working.
Mark.
Mark knows what I'm going shopping for later today. So, I mean, of course he knows.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that, but hopefully it'll get worked out.
Yeah.
And then the next little bit. We'll put that on the to-do list.
There you go, on
For
Facebook's
Facebook.
to-do list.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get to our morning headlines then. We do have a lot to cover here. The CDC, in case you haven't heard, is now recommending COVID-19 vaccines for younger children. So this means children younger than age 5 who previously were not eligible. The shots will be available this week, expanding the nation's vaccination campaign to children as young as 6 months old. Last week, the FDA gave the shots the green light, deeming both Moderna and Pfizer shots effective. effective. Roughly 18 million children are eligible. Less than a third of children ages 5 to 11 have done so since vaccination opened up to them last November. Today, Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools summer meal programs start. In-school locations will open Mondays through Fridays until August 11th. Students can get meals at mobile sites every weekday. They can pick up free breakfast and lunch. Students must be 18 or younger to qualify.
The White House is making strides to get more baby formula on store shelves. 13 million bottles of baby formula have been delivered across the country. This latest shipment arriving at the Dulles Airport in Washington, D.C. Friday. Despite the progress, some experts say the shortage will continue for some time, even as the Biden administration secures more formula from other countries. Over the weekend, the Abbott plant behind the initial shortage in Michigan closed again due to flooding. LGBTQ plus teenagers in Guilford County have a new resource to turn to for help. The Alexander Youth Network is launching a new therapeutic foster care program for LGBTQ plus youth. And WFMY News 2's IT McMiller has more on the program and how you can get involved.
More than 30% of youth in foster care in our area identify as LGBTQ. And organizations like the Alexander Youth Network and Guilford Green Foundation found that many of these youth are choosing to live on the streets because they say it's safer than staying in their own homes.
Housing instability is an issue related to gender identity and gender expression and sexual orientation. Because in the South, unfortunately, many families are still, LGBTQ youth still regularly get kicked out of their homes because of their identity as an LGBTQ person.
Guilford Green and the Alexander Youth Network have partnered to launch a pilot program called Therapeutic Foster Care. It's their effort to provide LGBTQ youth with foster homes that are safe and gender affirming. They're doing it by offering specialized training for adults interested in fostering LGBTQ youth.
Each family will be assigned a worker and a coach. You will meet with your coach. You should be meeting with your coach monthly. They will check in with the youth, they will check in with the foster parent, and that coach will be your bridge between someone like myself, the program manager, and DSS. Will all work as a cohesive team.
The Alexander Youth Network is holding an information session today for anyone interested. LGBTQ youth will speak on their own experiences, and Alexander staff will be available to answer any questions. The meeting begins at 6 p.m. at Guilford Green. The Alexander Youth Network says that parents who are interested in fostering don't have to make year-long commitments. They can foster for a short period of time while youth transition back into their homes. Alexander Youth Network says that's their main goal, to keep families together.
All righty, one final look at the 7-day forecast for you. Beautiful day. You're noticing likely some extra clouds this morning. It's not going to be bright sunny over the next few days, but I think overall kind of a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures up around 80, 82 today, so a very pleasantly cool day. First day of summer, and crank up the heat a little bit. We're on our way to the upper 80s, sun and clouds. Hottest day this week likely to be Wednesday, when we'll make it into the low and even some mid-90s. And then after that, we drop back a few degrees. I think upper 80s will be common for Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. Dry over the next few days. I think through Wednesday, we're going to be dry and only adding a small pop-up afternoon thunderstorm for Thursday, Friday, and the weekend.
It feels nice this morning.
It feels great. It
I
does.
just want to hold on to it as long as possible.
Yeah, we're going to have some hot summer days to come.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be looking back on this and thinking, wow, those were the good days.
Right. July, August, oh yeah.
Even early September can be really
it can be hot.
sticky.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. Sorry for all the technical issues with Facebook. It's not our fault, but you know.
I'm calling Mark this morning, Zuckerberg, and it's like, all right, dude, get on it. Let me talk to him.
Maybe you should text him first.
Probably so.
All right, thanks guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.